What's going on, guys? Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. As you guys know, I've been saying that I've been looking into different options for us to be able to take profits and set stop losses at the same time, because as you guys know, on exchanges you can only do one or the other. Usually people go with setting stop loss, but then what happens is if it pumps overnight, you're asleep, maybe you're at work, you don't have the opportunity to actually take profits and you might end up in a loss. So I've been looking at a lot of different options and I found this one to be the one that I'm going to be using going forward. This is the one that I found works the best. This is 3 commas. I know a lot of you guys have heard about this before, so if you do use the code down below that I'm going to have for it in the description, you are going to get a 10% off for your first month, for your first purchase. There is also a free trial going on right now that you can sign up for using the code down below as well. It's a few days free trial, so you can kind of get used to how it works. Now, they do have different plans. The best one that we're going to be using is the starter plan. So it's only $21 a month if you pay for the yearly. It's $27 a month if you pay, or $29 after the promotion, if you pay every single month. Now, again, it's annoying to have to pay for it, but at the same time, it's going to make us a lot more profit in going forward, because you're not going to have to keep an eye on it. So the trades should pay this off very, very quickly, and then everything else is going to be pure profit. But I think it's going to help a lot of you guys out, so I'm very excited about it. Now, the reason we only need the starter pack is because we're not using any of the other things they have on here. I haven't tested out their bot. I don't want to test out their bot. I'm happy using Crypto Hopper as the bot. And right now, I'm going to be using this. We're going to be using the Smart Trading Terminal. This is where we're going to set up every single one of our trades. So literally, when I post the trade and you guys see the trade, it's going to take a minute for you guys to set this up, and then it's done. The trade is done, and we can just enjoy profit. So if we go over to the Smart Trade dashboard, you guys can see it's very, very easy setup. Very simple. I connected it to my Binance, right? Because that's the exchange I want to use. Now, what we're going to be doing is, again, make sure it's on Smart Trade. And I'm going to be using the Engine trade that we posted yesterday that did over 20% profit. So congratulations to everyone who managed to cash out on that trade. We're going to be using that, set it up in a way, show you guys how everything works and how to set up your trade going forward. Like I said, it's literally going to take a minute once you guys get the hang of this. So what we're going to do is go over here. So Smart Trade, we're going to put, obviously go in here. We're going to do Engine, right? So Engine, we have BNB Engine, Ethereum Engine, or BTC Engine. Depending on what you guys are going to go with, I'm going to go with BTC since all of the targets and everything that I posted are going to be in BTC. So we're going on here and then we say, okay, how much do we want to have? Let's say we're going to do 1 Bitcoin worth, right? 1 Bitcoin worth of Engine. Now, there's not enough funds in my account, so I don't have a whole Bitcoin sat in there. I will transfer it over when I'm going to use it for a trade. So we're just going to say we're doing 1 Bitcoin on here. That's going to give us 154,798 engines. Now, again, the amount you use is going to depend. I just use 1 because it is a round number. It's very simple for us to do. Now, the price, what price did we want to buy in at? So the buy zone I have open right here next to me is at the 600 Satoshi to 590 Satoshi mark. So let's just go with the 600 Satoshi, right? 600 Satoshi. So we set that. Once it hits this, we're going to be able to buy it. Now, again, once I post the trades, if you guys see it's already in there, it's going to be a lot easier if you guys just go to the market. That way you can go ahead and execute the trade straight away. Then we're going to go to take profit, right? I'm going to set this here just so it looks easier. But again, if it's on here with the, if it's already within the market price, you might as well just use market. Now over here, we're going to be able to split our targets. This is the big one that I think is very, very interesting. So let's say our first target is going to be, what was the first target? 625. So we can go here, we can just type in 625, right? That's going to be 4% profit right here. Click split target and you can choose how much percent of your trade you want to use for this target. Now, this is going to vary person to person, whatever you're comfortable with. If you want to go high risk and, maybe only sell a small portion at each one, maybe only sell at the higher targets, you guys can customize this whatever way you are comfortable with. But I'm going to go with a more conservative route. Let's say we're selling 30% at target 1, right? Then we're going to add TP, add take profit. There we go. We can see there's one set for 624 BTC, 624 Satoshi, not BTC, with 30% of our trade. Now we have 70% of the trade available left. What's the next target? We have 6.3. So let's go to 6.3. There we go. 6.3 is 5% profit, and we're going to do another 30% here. Click there. There we go, 0.000000, right? Just 630 Satoshis, and we're going to sell 30%. Now we have 40% available after that. We've used up 60%. Now maybe we'll go a little bit less, because obviously we only have 40%, and we have, how much we have? We still have 3 targets left. So we're going to go on here, and the next target after that is 6.5, right? Oh, let's go add TP. There we go. Now we have 6.5. That's the third target. We're going to sell 20% on that one. All right, guys, so one note I forgot to add when coming to talk about this is you can set 4 price targets. Now, I usually set 5, so you guys can pick if you want to go for the higher ones, if you guys want to go for the lower ones. But again, overall, we are still going to be able to set take profit. So you guys can see we have an available 20% left, so it's going to max it out at 20%. Like I said, we can only use 4 different price targets. At least that's what it's set up to at the moment. So I'm going to set up the last one, which was target 4. Unfortunately, again, we weren't able to go all the way up. But if we want to, again, move this up, maybe take out the second target, maybe take out the third one, just go for the higher ones. Again, it's going to come down to what you are most comfortable with. But there we go. Set that. And that is all of our take profits set. That is 4 of the take profits set. Super, super easy. Maximum we get is 15%. And again, I'm going to say it again. You guys can alternate it if you want to go for the higher 20% one. That's also a possibility. But keep in mind, not always does the 5th target hit. And now we can set the stop loss. Now, this is the cool feature, right? Obviously, being able to set the stop loss and set the take profits at the same time. So it's super, super easy for you guys. Here we go. We can set the take profit. So we're going to set take profit at is 520. That is where the stop loss, that is where the stop loss was at. It was roughly minus 13.33%. Oops, let's go back to that. Roughly minus 13.33%. Now, as you guys can tell, usually my stop losses range from around, usually around 10%, because I find that to be the most comfortable one to use. And then after that, you would go create a trade. It's as simple as that. Obviously, I don't have a 1 Bitcoin sitting there. The trade was already executed. I'm not going to go in and make the same trade, because that would be a mistake. The trade hasn't, that's not a trade that I'm in right now. But again, you could set create trade, and it's done. It's all done for you. Binance will, or the 3 commas will take care of doing the trade on Binance, selling the amount, the percent that you want at each separate targets. If it hits the stop loss, it'll set the stop loss as well. Now, the one thing that you cannot do, now you can mess around with this if you want to set a trailing stop loss. Personally, that's not how I'm going to set this up. One thing that's hard to control is if you hit a target, then move the stop loss up. So that's something you're going to have to manually do. But again, this does take out a lot of the work that is involved. It takes out a ton of the work that's involved in terms of, if you're sleeping and it hits a target, a lot of people get upset if they're not able to cash it out. There are different options of doing it. Again, TradingView has alerts, but it's not always the easiest thing to do. People want it to be super easy, and this I found to be the best option. So again, you guys can use the starter pack. It is the cheapest pack they have. All we're going to be using this for is Smart Trade. They also have an iPhone app where you can log in. Now, from what I've seen, you cannot actually trade on the app. You can only trade on the computer version, but the app does let you look at your trade, see what everything's set up. Maybe you'll even be able to edit it once it's set, so you can move the stop loss. Not 100% sure. I haven't messed with the app yet, but I'm going to once we have the next trade. I wanted to get one trade in using this to see how it worked. It worked well. I created a sample account, so now that I've seen it worked well, I went ahead and created one with my actual email. I still have 3 days left of the Pro free trial. Again, link down below for you guys to use that Pro free trial, and then once it runs out, the cheapest one, you get 10% off your first purchase with that code as well. We only need the cheapest one, so I'll probably go ahead and use and I'll probably just get the yearly one. That way it's already set, but you guys can set it the way you'd like. Again, you're going to connect to your exchange with an API. Very simple to do. Again, it's very straightforward. Just go on Binance, go onto your account. You can go onto my profile. You'll see the API setting there. You'll be able to create one, for 3 commas. You're going to have the API key and the secret key. You'll put both of those in, and bada bing, bada boom, it is done. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this does help a lot of you guys out. Make this even more passive than it already is. Super excited to see the results from this, and I hope you guys have a nice day.